Hello, everybody. If you've not seen it yet, go and have a look at our new series, which is out, and we are playing as Buxton in To Be a Legend for this year, 2023, and we're underway with that. There's, I think, 3 episodes out by the time you see this, so if you haven't already seen it, go and have a look. Don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up as well. That all helps here on the channel. And today we could be out of 2 cups. There again, we could be through to 1 final and 1 semi-final. Welcome to Making Chelsea Stand Proud. Welcome to episode 17 of Making Chelsea Stand Proud. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have 2 games for you against Real Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinal second leg at the Bernabeu, and then we have at Wembley an FA Cup semi-final against Liverpool, who we can't seem to beat. Last time in the last episode, you remember, played both these sides, drawing with both of them. Liverpool 3-3. Goals from Havertz and Barbosa, or 2 from Barbosa, and then of course Gabriel Barbosa getting the 1 that we scored against Real Madrid. Since you were last with us, we have a 1-4-0 against Fulham, which has gone down very well. Kai Havertz, Mason Mount getting 2, and Raheem Sterling the other one, which leaves us in second place in the Premier League. Qualified for the Europa League, but on course, I think, for the Champions League as well. We're 14 points clear of Arsenal, albeit Arsenal do have a game in hand at the moment. 14? What am I on about? 21 points. I'm looking at the wrong one, aren't I? 21 points clear of Arsenal. So I think it's pretty safe to say that we will get there. 3-6 is 3-6 or 18. Yeah, so we're already there. So the maximum they can get is 70 points if they were to win all their games. So there's not much chance, I don't think, of them catching us at this stage. Having said that, though, I suppose our Aston Villa, I think we're okay. I think we're guaranteed Champions League football next season, whatever comes. I think, as we said, we think we've blown the Premier League, based on the fact that Manchester City are 4 points in front of us and 3 games in hand. Manchester United played 1 of their games in hand and have won it. But even if they win the 2 games that they've got in hand, they still would be a point behind us. So we just need to keep slugging away there in the Premier League just to stay in front of Manchester United. A second place finish would be, it's not probably what we wanted, but it's okay. It will. Say we'll have to do it's gonna do for this season. So that's where we are. The other game, of course, first up, Real Madrid in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. 2 games have been played already. Milan have played Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich beating Milan 5-0, making it 7-1 on aggregate. So Bayern Munich are through. Barcelona beating Manchester City by 2-0. 3-2 on aggregate, and that leaves with today's games Chelsea and Real Madrid, Sevilla and Atletico Madrid. Atletico got a 2-goal lead over Sevilla in that other contest, and of course it is the other way round. They are reversed, so Atletico Madrid at home, Real Madrid at home, both at home, which means that if we do get through, we will play Bayern Munich in the semi-final, be at home first, and then Barcelona would play Sevilla or Atletico Madrid, so an all-Spanish semi-final there. So Spain would have a side in the final, whatever happens, of course. And I think that is by virtue of the fact that we didn't win our group, wasn't it? Group G were we in? We come second, so that's why. So would play Bayern Munich again. And just out of curiosity, just to remind ourselves, we lost 2-1 at their place and drew 1-1 at our place. So we lost to them on aggregate in the group stages. So we would have to play them again. But hey, it's a slightly different kettle of fish altogether, isn't it? Right, let's get on with the episode then and get on with the look at the team that is going to face Real Madrid in the Bernabeu for this second leg of the Champions League. So this is the side that will face Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. It's Mendy in goal, Chilwell, Chalobah, Fofana and James in defence. Jorginho and Kante in front of them. Sterling, Mount and Hudson-Odoi behind Havertz up front. On the bench, Kepa, Azpilicueta, Gallagher, Barbosa, Zakaria, Ziyech, Broja, Kovacic, Pulisic, Loftus-Cheek, Cucurella and Abangamang. And you join us for the usual pre-match information as we head into this quarter-final against Real Madrid. Confirmation of the two sides as the teams emerge onto the pitch. The referee picks the ball up. Referees and the assistant referees in all black tonight. Real Madrid in there all white. We're playing in all blue. Normally with white socks, but playing blue socks tonight. And our first highlight, 10 minutes in, Courtois to Rudiger. And Mount sneaks in front of Rudiger. Havertz! But it wasn't really hit with any great venom. Tried to place it, I think. Fofana sneaking in and winning that. Raheem Sterling has a shot from distance and that one's off target as well. As we head towards half time, not a lot of highlights going on, but Hudson-Odoi has one. He's going forward. Kante cuts inside the area. Kante's created himself a bit of space, but then just wanted a little bit too much. The ball was a bit free and the defender stepped in. Raheem Sterling now has planted that in the back of the net. Question of whether he's offside or not. VAR looking at it. I'm not going to count my chickens. It is a goal. It is a goal. We are 1 up. 18th goal of the season from Raheem Sterling. Lovely ball over the top from Chilwell. And I think the players in the middle here were keeping him onside as he got that over the top. We'll see it again, I think, because the line will be drawn. There it is. Oof, not much in it. There wasn't much in it. He was just onside as opposed to just offside. Don't concede now, boys and girls. Oh, dear. A free header, luckily, off target. And half-time comes. We are just about in front in this game. Not in all things, possession-wise and XG we're not. But we've had 4 shots, 2 on target, hit me 50%. And we are 1 goal up, so we're happy with that. Atletico Madrid and Sevilla are 1-1. I think if I remember rightly, we're Atletico Madrid 2-0 up against Sevilla. So that's in abeyance in that game at the moment. But we do go in at the break with that little bit of advantage. But I trust that it's going to be a tough second half. Nothing changed at half-time, but we do have an early highlight. Raheem Sterling winning the ball. Gets it out to Chilwell. Chilwell's in the area and has a shot. But the defender just put him off enough. In fact, it come off of the defender. Has gone out for a corner. Mason Mount then. Fires it in. And Fofana. Wesley Fofana. 9th goal of the season. And it's 3-1 on aggregate. 2-0 on the night. A bit early in the second half. But they've got to come and score 3 goals past us to take this by the scruff of its neck, and I suspect they will throw everything at us in due course. I'm not sure why we've got these stats up here. What we could do with doing is, where are we? Chelsea formation. Should we do it the other way around? Real Madrid formation. There we go. So they're playing with this deep-lying defensive midfielder, which... So a goal either side of half-time has put us on the front foot as we head down to 70 minutes for Fofana. Scorer of the second goal. Giving the ball away to Rodrigo. Rodrigo comes into the area. He's had a shot. Mendy has saved it. He's gone out for a corner. Defenders just didn't want to deal with him, especially when he was outside the area before he got into the area. Cruz swings it in, and it's Chalobah heading it away. Havertz is there and comes away with the ball. We could get a counter attack on here. Who was that? Was it Havertz was making sure he was in space, and he's been fouled. Is that going to be a free kick? It is, and a yellow card. It was almost like that could have been a red. We have a corner now. Mount with the corner. It's gone over the top. Another one there would have killed Real Madrid off. We are 75 minutes in. We're about to get a highlight, were we? We were. Free kick. Modric with the free kick. Swings it in. Kante is there, but he's only headed it out. Back as far as Modric. Crosses in. And they've got one back. But a question of offside, and I think he was. Please. Please. No, it's been given. It's been given. And it's 3-2 on the night. And we have work to do. Havertz is injured. I have just noticed. It is good time to make those changes. Right, Reece James. Azpilicueta can come on for James. Ben Chilwell can be replaced by Cucurella. Kai Havertz. Do we put Barbosa up front? I think we do. Mason Mount is tired as well. And I'm tempted to put... Oh, no, I can't put Broja in that slot. We take Havertz off. What is it suggesting? Pulisic? Possibly. In fact, let's leave mate. What happened there? No, hang on, undo. Quite sure what happened there. Right, we'll stick with that for the minute. They will be the changes. And we'll give it another 5 minutes and then might go a little bit more defensive. I don't know. Right, point finger. And make an impact while we have time still remaining. 86 minutes comes, and we're going to look at a further change. Mason Mount now definitely going to come off. But what we're going to do, I think we're going to bring a defensive midfielder on. We're going to go Kovacic. I'm going to bring Kovacic down here. Swap him with Jorginho. Is Jorginho? He's tired though, isn't he? Why does it do this? Why? Why? We're trying to protect Kovacic. Jorginho's not that fantastic in that position, but Kovacic is a bit better in that midfield role. Kante is tired as well. But who have we got on the bench defence-wise? Have we got a defender on the bench? We haven't. We've got to stick with Chalobah and Fofana. Madness. Absolute madness. We've got one change to make. In which case, do we take Kante off? Or do we bring Brozier on for Raheem Sterling? Hudson-Odoi can go over the other side. And we'll take Sterling off and bring on Brozier. Mundo Brozier. And we're going to make him a winger on attack, just to spice it up a little bit. Okay, so it's almost like this formation. Set, deep line improve, playmaker on defend. That's what we'll do. Right. Point a finger. And that's what we're going to do. I think the other thing we should have done, which I shall do as soon as the opportunity averts itself, is to go balanced. 5 minutes of injury time. We're going to see it out, boys and girls. We have got through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. An unexpected result. Can we do the same against Liverpool now? That's the question. 2-1 win against Real Madrid. 3-2 on aggregate. Raheem Sterling and Wesley Fofana either side of half-time. What's turned out to be a consolation goal from Vinicius Jr. On 75 minutes, and it was only a consolation goal. As it turned out, they had 16 shots, 8 of which were on target, a 1.44. We had 10 shots, 4 of which were on target, a 1.41, 50% possession. So we are through to the semi-final, and we will play Bayern Munich. And you come back for the other scores. Real Madrid and Sevilla played out a 1-1 draw, which made it 3-1 on aggregate. And as you'll see, we beat Real Madrid, knocked them out. The holders of the Champions League, we've knocked them out 3-2. Does that bode well? I hope so. So that means that the semi-finals will, let's have a quick look if we can. Champions League. Semi-finals look like this. Atletico Madrid will play Barcelona. Chelsea will play Bayern Munich in the semi-final. So we'll have a look in a moment and see where that comes up. I just want to check, see if Havertz is injured. He's out for 12 days to 2 weeks, which means Barbosa will get the start up front for now. Wow, that was an unexpected win. I was really expecting either to get drummed or to lose it by some small margin, but that's a good win. Quarter-final, we're forward, Bayern Munich. So this, you can see where the next episode is coming, or next couple of episodes. Bayern Munich and Manchester City in the Premier League, and then Bayern Munich and Brighton probably in there, and that will take us down pretty much to the end of the season. And then obviously we'll see if we get and progress any further. Right, without any more to do, we will cycle through, and we're going to come back and have a look at the team that will play Liverpool. It won't have Havertz in it because he's injured. Well, before the team against Liverpool for this one, we will just have a bit of a tidy up as to what's been happening in the other semi-final, which was played yesterday. We're playing on Sunday. They played on Saturday. Arsenal beat Everton by 2-0, but only after extra time, it turns out to be. It was Martinelli after 108 minutes and Elney from the penalty spot after 120 minutes that finished Everton off in that one. So Arsenal through to the final. So it would be ourselves or Liverpool facing Arsenal in that final. So that's what's coming up. Other things that have been happening. The old injury sagas continue. We know Silva and Havertz were out. Jorginho and Kepa have both picked up minor injuries. Jorginho out for 1 to 2 days. Kepa out for a day. So he'll be part. Kepa will obviously be on the bench. But Koulibaly was also out for a couple of days. He's come back now. But I think, again, we'll miss out on the full game because he's not 100%. But we may put him on the bench as a backup defender. So that is where we go. Let's have a look at the team then that will face Liverpool in this FA Cup semi-final for another chance at some silverware. Mendy in goal, Chilwell, Chalobah, Fofana and James, the back line that did so well against Real Madrid. Kovacic comes in for Jorginho, who's picked up that injury. Kante on his right side. In front of them, Pulisic, who's in for Raheem Sterling, who's a little bit tired. Mount continues in that attacking playmaker role. Hudson-Odoi out on the right. Barbosa is in for the injured Havertz. And as we've already said, Kepa is sitting on the bench with an injury. Cucurella, Gallagher, Aubameyang, Azpilicueta, Ziyech, Broja, Koulibaly and Sterling. And here is the sides that will face one another, as you'll see, as they have done so often. Liverpool playing their 4-3-2-1 formation with Firmino spearheading that. Salah out on the right, Diaz out on the left. We're playing our 4-2-3-1, which was so good against Real Madrid. Let's hope for similar today. And Nunez and Milner on the bench for Liverpool. Let's get underway then. Keep clicking up here. Nothing's happening. And we are underway. Finally. And early days. The old clock jiggling along over there. Alisson to Konate. Konate finds Henderson. Henderson finds Firmino. We were doing very well at cutting those balls out, as Chalobah has done. Kante, Hudson-Odoi gives the ball away, but Mount wins it, as Mount does. Pulisic keeps it in and gives the ball away over there. Had a bit of trouble keeping it in and keeping control of it, I think. As I was saying, against Real Madrid, we did split these lines and win the balls in between the lines, which stopped the attacks forming. But oh no, Mo Salah, and there's a question of whether he was offside or not, but VAR is looking at it and it is disallowed. Mo Salah getting away, as I said. Gonna see a replay. Yeah, just fractionally offside, just enough. And got there before Mendy. Fofana then. Chalobah. Come on, boys. Pulisic looking for Barbosa, but Van Dijk always going to win now on that one. Chilwell winning that header. Chilwell winning that header again, but head ping pong, we didn't win. Diaz is out on this side. You got to try and cut him off. And we go one down after 17 minutes. It's showing 2 goals up here, but one of those has been disallowed, methinks. All right, we need to get back on level terms as soon as we can. Not having the same luck as we did against Real Madrid. Hudson-Odoi through to Barbosa. Barbosa, I don't know, he ducked there. Unless he got a shout. Chilwell, Pulisic. Pulisic to Kovacic. Chalobah through the lines and mistakes. And Firmino's away. Firmino. But luckily it only went up in the air and Mendy saved it. I thought he chipped Mendy for a minute. So as the half-hour mark comes, still that 1 goal difference. And still not able to beat Liverpool. Liverpool are our nemesis, of course. They were our nemesis in Tottenham last year, and they seem to be our nemesis again this year. And what's gone on here? Is this a question of a penalty? Could this get us back level? Pulisic is reeling from something or other going on over there. No penalty. It's outside the area. I think it's a free kick, though. Right on the edge of the area. Can we capitalise here? Mount. No. Chalobah. Back to Mount. And it comes to nothing. Looks like half-time. We're going in. A goal down. 7 shots, 2 on target. 0.51 on the XG. They've had 6 shots, only 1 on target, which was the goal they scored. But they have had the bulk of the possession. And we have a highlight from kickoff. Firmino getting us underway. And that's gone out wide to Salah. Oh, what's gone on? Firmino. And Mendy falling on it. Protecting it. Chalobah. There's something really stupid going to happen here. Fofana. Mendy launches one. Barbosa gets underneath it. It's out wide to Pulisic. Are we going to get a counter on here? Pulisic into the area. Pulisic fires it straight at the goalkeeper. When he had Barbosa in the middle, all he had to do was cross it, really. And I think Barbosa would have put it away. Chalobah, a bit loose there, but managed to keep up with it. Pulisic, poor ball. Pulisic looks like he's going to come off. He's not had the best of games. Oh, 1 foot in there and it's got away. And oh dear. That's a penalty. Luis Diaz was fouled. And I don't think the FA Cup is coming home this time, boys and girls. We'll make some changes after this. Mo Salah. Oh, Mendy got one hand to that as well. Mendy will be disappointed. He took the sting out of that, but it was just enough to go through, and it's 2-0. 38 minutes on the clock. There you go, Mendy just getting a hand to it. Ooh. Oh, and a highlight from kickoff again. James. It's either going to go 3-0 down, or we're going to get one back, possibly. Kovacic. Crossfield. Finds James. James comes forward with it. James. Kante. It's sort of like doubled around. It looked like that had gone out. Still in play, though. Kante tries to find Hudson-Odoi. Didn't find him, and it's gone out now. Right. We're going to make a change. Pulisic. He's really not doing it for me at all. Do we bring on a Bangamang or do we bring on Raheem Sterling? I'm thinking we bring on Raheem Sterling on this left side for Pulisic. Bangerman could come on later. Kante not having a great day in midfield. Let's change him to a ball-winning midfielder alongside Kovacic. Mason Mount also not having the best of days. Do we change him to advanced attacking midfielder on attack? Is he there already, I think? Okay, we'll do that for the moment. Just that one change because Pulisic was really not doing it for me. So Raheem Sterling to pick up where he left off in the last match. And in a way, this is how I expected the Real Madrid game to go, but didn't go quite like this, did it? Robertson. Hudson-Odoi finds Barbosa. Barbosa back to Kovacic. And here we've got Raheem Sterling on now. A bit of pace, a bit of know-how up there. And Raheem Sterling's failed and nothing given. So I've got one back there, even if it had been from the penalty spot. Raheem Sterling's come all the way back. And Mo Salah has run on. Oh, Firmino. There it is. It's all over, boys and girls. 3-0. Liverpool are absolutely trunching us. And we're not doing anything in return. Nothing at all. And I think we'll go back to version 1 of our formation. We're not doing anything against them in this, are we? Maybe tactically we should have just gone and had the defence and gone really defensive. Maybe that's what we should have done. I'm going to demand more because we've just not performed on the stage at all today. Chilwell's cut off, and that's the story of our day. We've not really been getting through the lines at all. Unlike the Real Madrid, as I said, we were breaking those lines down. They weren't getting the balls through, but we're not doing it today. And Mo Salah is in again. And another one here will finish it off. It has finished it off. Diaz, they're running right now. 4-0. Mason Mount, he's tired. Tempted to put Conor Gallagher in there. Barbosa's going to come off. He's done nothing. We're going to put Bangerman up front. That's 3 of our 5 changes. Chilwell is tired. We'll take him off and bring Cucurella on. Reece James is tired out on the right-hand side. Oh, dear. I was full of hope after the Real Madrid that'll make me proud. Yeah, after what we achieved against Real Madrid, this has really come as a bit of a shock. Didn't expect it to be quite so open, and they've run right around us, the defenders. Mind you, we have got Chalobah and Fofana, and I think they're a bit green in that middle there. Maybe if we'd had Koulibaly, Thiago Silva maybe in that back line. James throwing into Gallagher. Gallagher to Hudson-Odoi. He's picked up an injury. And a Bangerman gets a consolation goal. 4th goal of the season for a Bangerman. Maybe we should have put him up front from the word go. Maybe that was the answer. Created a bit of space. So Bangerman trying to stay on side, which he seemed to manage to do. And got away with that. they are on the counter. Why is nobody... Oh, dear, Mendy. For that, but nobody tracked the run, really. We're into injury time, and Hudson-Odoi, we're going to take off and bring on Brozier on that right side. Another goal would have made it look a bit more respectable, but it's a 4-1 loss. We're not going through to the final against Arsenal. Liverpool are going to do that. Goals from Henderson, Salah from the penalty spot, albeit Mendy did get a hand to it, and then Firmino and Diaz wrapping it up. And a consolation goal from Abangamang on 85 minutes was about as much as we could muster. And looking at the stats, actually, it's pretty even, really. 11 shots, 4 on target. They had 11 shots, 6 on target. Just purely the fact that they were more clinical in what they did with theirs. I know they had a bit more possession, but they were a bit more clinical. And just before we look at the next episode, just to see the other games played in the Premier League today, Manchester City have beaten Crystal Palace by 6-1. Still have 2 games in hand of us. They're 7 points clear of us now at the top of the table. Manchester United drawing 0-0 with Brighton, which means with only 1 game in hand, we potentially are still 3 points clear of them, even if they win that game in hand. So that's pretty good. Liverpool, of course, now have 2 games in hand over us, but that would only give them 68 points if they were to win those. So still 5 points over those. I think we're fairly confident we're not going to win the Premier League. I think we could be fairly confident now that we will actually finish in second place. That is the target, ahead of Manchester United. So that's the end of today's episode, and we'll take us. We're going to play Bournemouth and Brentford offline. We're going to come back for Bayern Munich, the first leg of the Champions League semi-final at home, and Manchester City. I would say a Premier League decider. It could be. Who knows if we can beat them? Where could that lead us with only 2 games left after that? I don't know. But that's assuming that we can win our next 2 games, of course. Bayern Munich and Manchester City in the next episode, and then Bayern Munich and Brighton, or could be Arsenal, depends on how it pans out. One of those 2 in the final episode of the season. And then we'll have a transfer special. Just one thing to note on that is the board have actually come forward with the initial budgets, and we've got 116 million transfer. That I'm sure we can make use of that, if not a bit more, and I'm sure we may well sell a couple of players in the summer as well. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with everything that's happening on this channel. We're going to have one more season of making Chelsea stand proud at the Bridge, and however we end up at the end of the next season, that will be the lot. So we are going to continue with this for one more season. Currently releasing Making Chelsea Stand Proud on a Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. Don't forget our other series, To Be a Legend, is going out every day this week, just because we started the series, and then we'll go to a Monday and a Wednesday from next week, or everything released at 4:15 p.m. Apart from this, I think, because we're a bit late in recording it, so chances are it might not go out until a bit later in the day, if not on Wednesday. So if you don't see this until Wednesday, my apologies. If you want to keep up to date what's happening on this channel, you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you for the next episode. It will be episode 18, and it will be out on Friday, and hopefully on time. Until then, it's a very goodbye. Goodbye.